Hi, it's Darno with Wheel Recipes. Today I'm going to be cooking up some almond flour lemon bars in the Oster digital French door air fry oven. And this recipe will allow you to be able to have some lemon bars that are using an alternative flour, don't have all the sugar and all the very high glycemic index rising ingredients that you would have in the traditional lemon bars recipe. This is something that's an alternative to not be as sugary and not be, I guess, as high sugar inducing for you who want something that is tasty but at the same time a bit more healthful. And so let's get cooking right now. Okay, so this recipe has a good number of ingredients to go through. So I'm going to start with the dry ingredients, then get into the wet ingredients. For the dry ingredients to start, I have 2 cups of blanched almond flour. I've got 2 teaspoons of guar gum, that helps to firm things up a little bit. I've got 1 teaspoon of baking powder. I've got a 1/4 cup of granulated sweetener. This is not brown sugar. It's a erythritol monk fruit blend. It just has a brown color that they put on it, I guess, for marketing purposes, but whatever granulated sweetener you choose, you can use. I have 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I've got 2 large eggs. I've got 3/4 cup of lemon juice. This is an organic lemon juice. I'm also going to be using some honey. I'm going to be using 3/4 cup of this raw unpasteurized honey. You can use the honey of your choice. And I've got one other wet ingredient that I'm going to be using. Over here I had warming up. This is basically 1½ sticks or 3/4 cup of melted butter. I don't know if you can see the butter, but it's in there. So what I'm going to do, get the wet ingredients and the dry ingredients into respective bowls. Alright, so I've got things in a dry bowl and a wet bowl. I'm going to be using this round pan, even though I'm making what I'm calling lemon squares. But I've found that almond flour recipes cook up better in one of these metal round pans than they do in like a glass square type of a pan. So what I'm doing now, I'm getting my sprayable extra light olive oil together in this sprayer here. I'm just going to spray the pan so that things won't stick much. And then I'm going to take the wet ingredients, pour them into the dry ingredients, and get things all mixed together here in a single big bowl. Alright, well, I'm mixing things together. I've turned the light off so you can see the display a little better. And we're going to set the cooker to bake. I'm going to leave it at 350. I'm going to leave the cooking time at 30 minutes. That's perfect. Hit start. Let things preheat. While things are preheating, I'm going to finish making sure things are well mixed. Don't want any dry spots in my lemon bar batter here. So just making sure it's really well mixed. Then I'm just going to basically simply pour it into the bowl here. Pour it into the pan. Sorry. Pour it into the pan. From the bowl to the pan. So I'll take care of that. Alright, so get things in the pan. I did want to make sure to mention that when you got the wet ingredients in the wet bowl, make sure that you beat the eggs and all really well. Mix all that wet stuff together really well before you get it into the dry ingredients, because if you don't, you're going to have, like, I guess what you could call like egg spots, spots where you're going to see parts of egg cooking, and you don't really want that. You want everything mixed together real nice. So just getting this all into the pan, and then going to basically spread it out evenly once all the mix is fully into the pan. So looking pretty good there. Alright, let's see. Trying to get as much as I can. Don't want to leave too much behind. So just spread it out nice and even here in the pan, because basically how you set it up in the pan is how it might turn out. You know, if you've got a lot of hills and valleys in your batter, you'll probably have a lot of hills and valleys in your final product that may not move around very much. during the cook or settle down very much during the cook. So we'll let the cooker basically finish its preheat, and then we'll go ahead and put things on in. I have a rack on the middle rack level. Alright, preheat's done, gonna put it on in. Sorry that you couldn't see the display earlier, but a baked 350 30 minutes is pretty simple. Hitting start, going to go ahead and let things cook for a while, and I'll bring you back. So things have been cooking for 25 minutes. I figure with the preheat, maybe things are already all good from the looks of it. So I just hit cancel once to pause, and you can have a look. You can tell me what you think. Just tapping the top, it still feels a little moist in there. So I'm going to let it go for the final 5, and I'll bring you back. Alright, it's gone the full 30 minutes. The top is getting a little browner, and I'm hitting cancel. If you don't hit cancel, that thing beeps without end. But if somebody knows how to stop that beep other than hitting cancel, let me know. Because if you're away from this thing, it'll keep beeping until you get to it and hit cancel. Alright, the top still feels a little moist, but I do believe that while it sets, it'll probably cook things that are in there enough. Of course, I could put a knife or something in there, but I've done these almond flour cooks enough to know just from tapping the top it's done. But while it's setting and cooling, it'll continue to just cook a little bit more, but it's good. It's not like it was earlier 5 minutes ago. It's good enough to pull out now without cooking longer. So I'm going to basically set this to the side and let it cool, but give you a good look at it. And I'll bring you on back after it's cooled down, but I'm going to set it to the side for now. Okay, I've given things a good time to cool. It's like a little warm, but it's cooled down a good bit. I don't know if it's cool enough that it's going to be like really firm together yet, but whether or not it comes apart at all, I don't care at this point. I want to try it. I'm ready to have some. And for you who didn't know or are new to my channel, I am not the kid who got A in art class, so I'm not trying to cut a square, even though these are lemon squares. I'm just getting one out and going to enjoy it. So yeah, this is pretty good. Get it out like this from the side, I guess. Alright, that works. Came out clean. So there you go. You can see you know, the inside of it there after I got the piece out. So let's go ahead and do a taste test. So thank God for a lemon square, or sort of square. It's firm, it's holding together, that's pretty good. So let's do a taste. Alright, tastes good. Definitely should try it, tastes good. The lemon juice, the acid of lemon juice means that things don't grow a whole lot, so it kind of stays, you know, kind of dense, which is cool. It tastes good. It tastes real nice the way it came out. And the lemon juice with the butter, it tastes like a buttery lemon flavor. So it's like a buttery lemon taste to it is totally what it tastes like, and it's good. So I'm going to stop this video till I can finish. But in the video description, there's lots of ways to help the channel, such as merch memberships, donations. There's a link to referral link where you can buy this cooker or other things, help the channel. Even if you don't buy anything in the Amazon shop I have set up, if you just use that as a launching pad if you're shopping there, it still helps the channel out either way. So with all of that said, if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification icon, and good eating.